So welcome to our very first poster conference in this paper, and probably one of the first poster conferences at Otago Polytechnic. And the idea for the poster conference came from Indra, who's the director of the Masters program here. I'm sure most of you know Indra. So I think I am delighted by what I am seeing here today, and especially welcome our guests from our client organisations. And we have Valeria from Backpackers, Choice Backpackers. So without further ado, so as you know, we've got 15 minutes presentation around each poster, then 5 minutes where everybody can ask questions, and then 5 minutes we'll give feedback. So please give a hand to the green backpackers.
Thank you so much guys for being here this morning. We are a group of 5 students, and we are presenting the poster on Choice Backpackers. So what exactly Choice Backpackers do? Choice Backpackers is a medium-sized hospitality business. We deal in accommodation. We provide accommodation services to different, to the tourists who are coming to Auckland. And I'm one of the I'm part of the administration. I'm the marketing manager there, and it was quite easy for me to get hold of the information and do some sustainability research for the organization. So what was my motivation? There are different kind of motivations for everyone. Being a marketing manager, my motivation was to grab this opportunity to make Choice Backpackers sustainable. Why? Because backpackers in itself is a sustainable process. People do backpacking to protect the environment, to protect the planet. They want to reduce their carbon footprint while traveling around the world by spending low on their pocket and just explore new worlds. So I wanted to grab that opportunity to get that mass to backpackers, to make backpackers a sustainable business, to change the logo. Here you can see the Choice Backpackers logo is mostly red, but I want to put some greenery into it and want to present to the customers that it is a green backpackers, and we want you to come here because we are on the same page as you are. We also want to have be sustainable and protect the environment. Research methodology. How did we do the research? Past 1 month, we didn't have much time to do in-depth research and collect data from the customers and do in-depth analysis. However, what we did, we majorly participated in different processes of the backpackers. Me and my team were engaged in different housekeeping processes. We were part of we checked how the administration works, how they take care of different things, how they arrange the rooms, how they get the things, tables, beds, what's the material of the bed that they use, what is the material of the different housekeeping equipments and chemicals that they use. Are they really environmental friendly? Are we really doing what people think we are doing as a backpacker? So this was how we got into this and tried to research and collect data from the backpackers. So my friend will now tell you about the findings that we had during our study.
Yes. So during the research of the literature reviews, we found that backpacking the tourism is really a sustainable way, and meanwhile the backpacking like hostels, they are reducing the waste by the sourcing of the resources, every resources. So this kind of form is really sustainability. Yeah, and so when we approached the Choice Backpackers, we found that they doesn't have the framework of the sustainability, but they really did the sustainability in lots of aspects. So their sustainability is mainly based on the 5R model. So 5R models are listed here. So the first R is the reuse. For the backpacker, and the practice of them is to reuse the furniture, second-hand furniture, and also they have the perform the second-hand clothes box to have the luster or the front clothes for the guest. And the second R is the reduce. So they promote the reducing by the energy, using the energy efficient water LED bulbs and to the backpackers. And also they in their every level they have the fridge to share for sharings. And the second R is the recycle. So in the perspective of the recycling, they recycle the waste bags and for sending it to the Auckland councils. And the first one is the reuse. So backpackers, they refuse to use the harmful product. So instead they make sure their products they use are very eco-friendly. And like their cleaning product, the cleaning product is from one company that the company is following the policy of green. And the last one, what's more, it's rethinking. So rethinking from the management side of choice backpackers, they keep on the thinking of like the current process and to improve their futures. Just to think about it. So thinks of humanity and also acts as the green guys. That is the backpackers. So next, the Tonya will introduce the main problems from backpackers.
Thank you, Tina. Even choice backpackers are working and management in an environmental friendly way, but we still found some problems during the inspection of the building and when we talk with their general manager. The first one is waste disposal, such as the broken furniture and the big unrecyclable plastic bucket. Even they want reuse them and to recycle them, but they doesn't find any organization or company can recycle them. So choice backpacker have to keep them. And the next one is the water waste. From the per search, the average shower time in choice backpacker is 22 minutes per person per day. It will cause a huge waste. And the other problem is from the rubbish. There is short of the recycled rubbish bin in the building, and they don't have the food rubbish only in the public kitchen, which is located in level 2. And the last one is the cost waste. Such as even the choice backpacker are happy to pay more for the eco-friendly production, but the quality is not quite good enough for consuming. Customer, such as the toilet paper, the customer will use more than the normal ones and with the higher price. So that is the other problem from the supplier. Yeah. And the next, I will pass to Ivy to find out the solution for problems. Thank you.
As Tina mentioned, the choice backpacker currently use 5R model to implement sustainability. And at first we want to use 5R model to come up with our solutions, such as rethink the current sustainability process in choice backpacker and find what results we should reuse and recycle. But we found that 5R model cannot help us to solve the problem fundamentally. So aiming the specific problems, we come up with specific solutions. The first one is recycle rubbish. After our research, we found 67% waste is belong to green organic rubbish and recycling rubbish, and 33% is belong to general waste. But all kind of rubbish is categorized in different colors. So we communicate with our administration manager and have already ordered the different color bins from the website. We think the different color rubbish bins can help the guests to improve their awareness and help guests to depose rubbish into right rush bins. And for the second problem is the water waste and recycle waste. We already designed some graphic picture with easy understanding, like this one. The battery recycle and water safe is easy understanding, and after with approval of manager, we will stick this picture to the guest activity area, and we think it can be easy understanding and improve the guest awareness and attractive guests to notice these pictures. And the third one, we use EPA certified system. We will use EPA certified system. This system is aiming to water waste. It can be save water and control the water flows when guests to take shower, but it's not will influence the experience of guests. And this EPA certified system will help trash backpacker to save water in 400,000 liters per year. So we think it's valuable. And my team member Shuo will elaborate the recommendations.
Okay, I will talk some recommendations. Considering about the organization will face the more adverse situation in the future, so we advise them to use One Planet plan. This plan introduces 10 principles, which are health and happiness, equity and local economy, culture and community, land use and wildlife, sustainable water, sustainable materials and transport, local and sustainable food, zero waste and zero carbon. Choice Backpackers is a hospitality business. We hope every tourist who live there can feel their sustainable business ideas. The target is to provide customers a health and comfortable living environment, to reduce the carbon footprint by 50% and become a sustainable business. Specifically, the organization can encourage customers to use a bicycle instead of drive cars in short distance, and offer them for free. And also they can use a PV panel on the roof to supply electricity. And also they can store water from rain and establish water recycling equipment to achieve sustainable water. Also, the business can promote the Maori culture to tourists. The business also need to treat every staff equally. and pay them enough salary for their life. The organization also can organize some activities to protect the environment, such as picking up rubbish at the seaside, or help neighbor to separate their rubbish. And also they can encourage their staff to use their rest time to do some volunteer work. The organization also can aim to achieve Hallmark certification. This certification is also very popular in hospitality business in New Zealand. It includes energy efficiency, waste management, water conservation, environment conservation, and community support. But this is not easy for small or medium business because the cost of certification is too high. They have to pay $425 every year. So for choice backpackers, because they are medium-based business, so they still need a lot of investment to help them to be quality all 5 areas. So in this stage, we advise them to insist on sustainable development and improve their ideas for a better future.
So summarizing everything, as our findings had already said that Choice Backpackers was already following a 5R model framework of sustainability. And there are 2 major problems that we focused on in the study, which were waste disposal and water wastage that happened, and we have brought up the solution for that as well. We have suggested the organization to immediately install rubbish bins which are different colored, and disposal of that rubbish could be done effectively. Plus, they can use EPA certified system in the showers, which saves approximately 440,000 liters of water every year as compared to current situation. And we would really want to push you to go ahead and adopt One Planet Living framework, which will really help the reduction on carbon footprint by the tourists and through our own operations. So, and if going further, as being a marketing manager and popularizing backpackers in different parts of the world, I would also suggest that after 1 or 2 years, when we achieve and we are fully functional on One Planet Living, we can also go for Hallmark certification and invest in that to get more customers. So that was it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Excellent presentation. Question time. Would our guest like to lead off with questions?
Hi. Well, I'm not sure if I have a question. I already had meetings with them, and
Yes.
One thing that I would like to comment right now is just that I am so glad that this happened, because they made me aware of a problem we had, that it was there, but it wasn't really, I didn't think about it ever. And now I see how important it is. I think that's more for feedback than questions, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm taking more time.
Okay.
Maybe you just skip me and I go, that's fine?
Right.
And I'm very interested, and I want to go on with this and continue, all your recommendations and things like that. I don't have actual questions, because I think I already asked them, and I'm quite clear. And I just want to see how this goes. But I already spoke to the big boss, and we're willing to invest and start doing changes. So I'm very pleased, and we're willing to invest money, and we're going to start with the little things. Of course, the big things we need to wait a bit, but I am pleased how this was presented to me, because something that maybe, if, the way they did it, they made me understand how important it is. And we took it in, and we're going for it. So I'm happy. Thank you.
Thank you.
And yeah.
Thank you very
Indra,
much.
have you got some questions?
That's really good. I mean, I'll start with the comment and then question. That's really nice to know that all these things are going on. That is really, we are expecting, as a Otago Polytechnic Auckland International Campus, that is exactly what we are looking for, because our motto, our lead is to, because Peter is also a strong member of the team, and what we are doing is experiential learning. This is exactly what we are talking about. They are really going to the field, you are really doing that, and now you have implemented that. It's not only simply talking about that, and just not only limited onto a poster or a presentation. I'm really proud of you guys. It's really, I'm happy about what I'm hearing, really,
Yeah.
So it's really an achievement for us, in a way. I would like to ask Peter to sort of like get some sort of like from each and every poster. When I see these posters, I should tell you guys, I mean, they are in that standard. We have been to symposiums and conferences and those things. The the way that it is creativity and the presentation and the content are in that standard. Overall, so I see that you have done a good job. I'm not only talking about this group now. So you have done a very great job here to initiate with. And we see that now, coming back to your group, we see that you have implemented that. That is another achievement, isn't it? It's not just you have went to an organization, collected data, and just presenting it. No, it is you have gone to the next stage, you have implemented that. It's really nice to hear that your manager is here, so then we are getting it from the real, it's the participation and the continuation of this entire process is there. It's really good, it's wonderful, it's amazing, it's good presentation. I have a small sort of like what I would like to know that how would you tackle this problem, because we know that to a backpacker the people are coming from all over the world.
Sure.
So then it is a very important thing for New Zealand is wastewater, that what you use, the detergent or the soap and those things, because you said that average 22 minutes.
Yes.
It's a huge amount of time, right?
And also, if we calculate in 5 minutes, there's approximately 15 liters wastage of water happening.
Of water is releasing. So that's a huge amount of water. Now that we can imagine what sort of pollutants, effluents are releasing to the Auckland sewerage system. Okay? So my question is, now knowing that we can't control the people are bringing in to the backpackers, wherever it is.
To the customers.
So how we tackle that problem of using environmental friendly, say, shampoo or body wash or dishwashing or whatever it is?
Well, again, for the moment, we just want to give them information as much as we can by putting for posters and more of, because the people at the backpackers are mostly more major population is not English speaking, they cannot understand English. So we are focusing on putting up pictures and educating them how they can actually reduce their water consumption or put waste products properly and dispose them of properly. So she can show you a few of the pictures that we have created. And we are still in the development stage. These are still to be approved, and for I think next month also we will be engaged with the management to go ahead and to come up with more ideas for that. And talking about the products. So products for this short period was really not possible to change all the products, but yes, that is something that we have in mind. Going ahead with One Planet Living framework, we will implement that. We have a small shop there which sells these basic necessities. So we can popularize eco-friendly shampoos, soaps, and even my idea was to sell plant saplings so that they can go ahead and plant trees. So we are, we have certain ideas in mind, and we still need to study them and see how it works. I was also planning to do a market research on that, to give questionnaires to the people who are already there and take their feedback, how they want to contribute to the environment, how they want to save the environment, how they want to make sure that New Zealand is not exploited because of their traveling. So,
Very good. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. That's totally the point.
Okay, very good. My question is about communication across different languages. I think you've indicated that both the visitors, obviously, they come from Germany, Europe, China, all over, and also the employees are from various countries, different languages. So how are you addressing the challenge of communicating, A, the understanding, and B, what behaviour you want done beyond just using English?
Well, again, it's a similar question. Again, we are again focusing on giving them more pictures. There's different kinds of pictures which they should think about it. Not even they should not want them to read. We would use less of words and more of pictures, so they get that understanding what we want to see. And if we focus on different languages, there are n number of languages, we can never make people understand. If we put on all the languages, there's no point. No one will read. So we are more focusing on pictures right now, and plus there will be certain practices, maybe going ahead with Hallmark, which regarding water conservation and waste management. The Hallmark is really stringent on that, and to follow that framework, we might have to tell them, the customers, that the shower timings are just these. You cannot take shower more than 10 minutes. And yes, there are certain backpackers who have timers in their showers, and the water goes away after 15 minutes. They are really stringent with their frameworks, and they already communicate to their customers that this will happen, you have to take care of this. So we might go there later on, but right now we hesitate to do that.
Good. Okay, we've just got a minute or two for feedback now, before we move on. I really compliment you on A, being the first, and B, a very integrated design here. You've got kind of 3 different schemes in there. The one planet, the 5R model, you've integrated that with the proposed rebranding for it. I'm an aesthetic person, and I really love the aesthetics of what you've got going here. Make sure it's carried through into your designs there. Secondly, I congratulate you. Everyone contributed. It's difficult when you've got someone who's in the organisation and knows a lot more. But I'm glad to see you have all participated and contributed. That was pretty well done. And finally, but not last but not least, your recommendations. You've mapped out now a very specific program. There's a strategic level in terms of after the 5 hours, next one planet, and then Qualmark, so that gives the overall shape. But you've also got very specific proposals which can be kind of investigated, the cost benefit and the value of putting those specific things in, like PV, water recycling, collecting rainwater, things like that. So you've got a place to go for the next 2 or 3 weeks as you each individually work on some of those, 1 or 2 of those recommendations, and help the management understand better those costs and benefits. So that's general feedback from me. Your timing was just, a minute or 2 over. Apart from that, pretty well rehearsed. Any other feedback you two would like to give?
No, I'm pleased and I'm looking forward to get started with this as soon as possible. Yeah,
Right.
as much as we can do it.
Me too. We're really excited about that.
Great. Good. Thanks very much. Give it a hand.